just a dream away.
Well, it looks like the guys are getting ready to start the show soon. Say, I need to pour a drink. Oh, Sarah, can you be a doll and make me a Tom Collins?
Oh, sure, dear. I just finished the laundry and the roast is in the oven. Boy, I'll tell you, the radio program you listen to is swell.
Oh, you bet. Those Three Sheets fellows are hotter than a juke joint on a Friday night. Now take that tail into the rumpus room and fetch that drink.
Oh, yes, dear.
Hey, Dad, can I listen to Three Sheets?
Now, Jimmy, I thought I told you Three Sheets to the Mouse is only for grown-ups. It has adult humor, booze, and nudes.
So, is that a no?
Well, just don't tell your mother.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Jimmy?
Sorry, Dad.
Well, it's time to start the show. Why don't we help by singing our song? Come on, everybody! Fuck that little pig. This is horse shit.
I podcast like
I know it sounds sorted, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously squared, be prepared.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 82 of Three Sheets to the Mouse. We're five average guys with love for all things Disney. And joining me on tonight's show are four guys, well, really three guys, one, now we're down to two. Two guys who won't get in a kiddie pool with three other men, and one that would. So let me welcome in Adam.
Hi, everybody.
Mikey.
I think I had a stroke just trying to follow what you were saying, Scott. Does anyone else smell almonds?
I thought it was burnt toast.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think I smelled toes burning.
all
Almonds
the same
means
to
you were
me.
poisoned with arsenic.
Oh, shit, I gotta quit drinking this then. Honey!
Or your toe is gangrenous. And Trenton.
Aloha, and it was not a kiddie pool, it is a dip pool.
Kiddie pool, dip pool. We're here to talk to you about some Disney parks, Disney booze, and a little bit of debauchery in between. So sit back, relax, grab a drink of your choice, and enjoy the adult side of Disney.
Oh, what kind of cop-out was that?
Sheets to the Mouse. It was a cop-out that I just couldn't think of anything.
How do you not think of an alcoholic beverage? I mean, you pull shows out your ass like frickin' Bullwinkle yanking rabbits out of a hat.
Pull up a back scratcher for the poly.
I could have. But I don't want to. I get accused of telling people what to drink.
You do that.
You do anyway.
Yeah.
Why is that going to stop you? You have a whole show about telling people what to drink.
This is true. This is true. Drink this, not that.
Yeah.
So tonight's show, let's go around the table and find out what everyone is drinking. Trenton, how about you?
I am drinking bottled water.
Oh, that is some good bottled water.
I have to be up very early
like
tomorrow,
that.
so we're doing the responsible thing.
I'm proud of you.
I am not. I'm disappointed. No, wait. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
All right, Dad.
I'm apathetic to it, really. I mean, let the man drink what he wants to. He doesn't want to wake up feeling like he just, I don't know how he normally feels after he records.
Spent 45 minutes in a kiddie pool?
I'd rather do that than
There's a dip pool.
get up and drive 4 hours to work hungover, so.
This is true. Mikey, what about you? What are you drinking tonight?
I got some more of that Jefferson Groth. I'm just nursing on that thing. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I like
But I've been drinking a lot of Wellers here lately, so I'm having something a little better.
I like Weller's a lot.
I like Weller's, but the Groth is better.
I don't dislike the
yes.
Wellers, but I mean, it's between the two.
Take the Groth. Leave the cannoli.
Yeah.
Adam, what about you? What are you drinking
I
tonight?
am actually hitting up the Hibiki Japanese Harmony
Oh, if I could only find some more of that.
Well, but you got, like, what, gin 3 minutes away from your house.
I
saw your MapQuest printout.
I do. I mean, literally, the liquor store is about 3 minutes from my house. Adam can attest to it.
It's true.
But they don't have Hibiki Harmony there.
Anymore?
No, they don't have any there right now.
Oh, no. That's where I got mine.
I know. No, it is dangerous, Mikey, because I was craving a Vesper Martini last night, and I looked in my cabinet, and I had no gin. I have all the scotch, no gin.
Not even slow gin?
Not even slow gin. So, yeah, made a quick dash to the store, got some Bombay Sapphire. That makes a good Vesper. Really
I
is good.
like Bombay Sapphire martinis.
But also at the liquor store, I picked up, because it is now mid-September, which means it is Oktoberfest everywhere.
Yeah.
Because Oktoberfest actually happens in September.
I thought it was
believe it or not.
pumpkin spice season.
Yep.
That's yeah.
He'll
it's
have
also
some
that
Schlafly pumpkin something before we're done with the month.
I've already had it on the show, I think.
Not
Not this year.
Oh wait, no, it was O'Fallon pumpkin ale.
Whatever.
But I have some Schlafly pumpkin upstairs.
I have no doubt.
But no, this is Hofbrauhaus Oktoberfest beer, which is delicious. It's the original Oktoberfest, which was brewed in 1810 to celebrate the wedding of the Crown Prince Ludwig of Bavaria. And that's how we get the Oktoberfest.
Ludwig von Drake.
Ludwig von Drake. He got married to some chick. But yeah, I'm drinking that out of my my Stein from Germany. My Walt Disney World Stein that I got. It's nice and big.
Was it from Epcot?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
It's got my name on it, too.
Ooh.
It says Scott.
Scott.
Scott Stein. That's really good. Like this beer. So tonight's show is an ode to Trenton, because Trenton spent 5 nights down in Disney World?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4.
6 days, 4 nights. Figure the math out. At Disney World.
Rescue Rangers. Figure the math out.
He spent 6 nights, 4 days down at Disney World, and some of his shenanigans.
You keep fucking that number up.
I know. It's a nod to the Jungle Cruise.
He's the lawyer. Adam's the banker.
Some of his shenanigans were on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/3sheets. They went live a couple times. Some of those he may regret. Some of those I'm sure he does not regret at all.
No, I don't care.
regrets.
Yeah,
It really wasn't that bad.
Tonight we're going to find out all about what happened when Brant, C-Maj, and Trenton decided to take a hot tub time machine.
Yeah.
So let's start at the beginning, because it's a very good place to start.
So let's start at the second day then.
well, no. I really have to talk about the first night we stayed there, which was Wednesday night when we arrived. We arrived late, and Scott's just gonna be able to throw this in my face, so he's gonna be excited to hear it. We showed up. We went straight to the boardwalk where Brant, Sydney, and the Goodmans were staying that Wednesday night. We each had to get a different hotel just for Wednesday before we got to our room that we were staying in from Thursday through Sunday. So we went there. We met the Enderlins, Michael and Caroline. Absolutely fantastic cheaters. They're wonderful people too. But I feel like we all knew that already. But it just reaffirmed meeting them. The bar in Boardwalk, though, is real fucking small.
The Bellevue Lounge?
Yeah, dude. The bar's
it's not big, no.
5 seats, but there's all these tables, and there's one fucking bartender, and he's running around like a fucking chicken with his head cut off.
Really?
Yes.
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 It's
The bar-
kind of bad.
First of all, I love the Bellevue Lounge if you go at the right time when it's chill, because it's a wonderful lounge with some great music playing in the background. Yes, there's a very small seating area to the left of the bar. It's mainly couches and big comfy leather lounge chairs. It's like going into a study. It's
and that's
really
where we
cool.
were sitting. Yeah.
Yes.
So they had all been there for a while. We got there a little bit later than everybody else. So I walk up to the bar, and the guy's like, do you need a drink? And I was like, yeah. He goes, sit down and I'll get with you. It's like, cool. He was not stoked, but I could tell why. I mean, I've been a bartender, and when there's 40 people in your bar and you're the only bartender, and there's only 4 of those seats are actually at the bar, it's really frustrating. And I mean, not that he was a super nice guy, but the service just it suffers because they need another bartender there.
Oh, absolutely. They need, and the bar should be big enough for 2 people to tend bar. One to maybe tend the bar there, and then maybe have a waitress bringing drinks from the bar to the seating.
Well, I want to say that's kind of how it works at Top of the World, where you actually have the order taker, and then the bartender's just making the drinks.
Yeah.
Yes, this is how this should be, but it's not. So I get to the point, I mean, I don't exactly drink slowly, so I got to the point where I started ordering 2 beers at a time. Seriously.
I don't exactly drink slowly.
Or he would bring me my beer, and I would go ahead and put my next order in.
Makes sense.
So, I mean, is there anything we could think of?
It definitely makes sense there. I mean, we've been in that bar where, again, there's only ever one bartender there, and it's tough if it gets crowded.
Now, the real highlight of this bar venture the first night was the pizza from the boardwalk. Brant and Sydney went down and grabbed a couple pizzas. This is not the Disney pizza that I'm used to, because
it's solid. It's a pretty decent pizza.
It was really good. That was the highlight of this. I mean, the beer I had was pretty good. I had like a local passion fruit goza, guava goza, something like that. But that, it was 11 o'clock when we got there, so we had to be up the next day. I had to be at the Poly to pick up Brant, or I had to be at the boardwalk the next morning at 5:45 to pick up Brant so we could get all our luggage and put it in our car and drive it over to the Poly, so that we could have our cars already at the Poly where we were staying for the next couple days. And we wouldn't have to worry about getting them there later after we had been to Epcot and stuff like that. Now, Wednesday night, me and Stephanie had got a great deal on a room at All Star Music.
How is All Stars Music? I've never stayed there. I've always liked the theming of it.
It's bad.
So, I always defend the All Stars, and you guys have heard me on the show defending All Stars. I love sports. I've loved movies. We got a great deal, so we stayed here. It was $76 a night initially.
That's like 2009 pricing.
So, we get to the room. It's already late. I'm already frustrated. I've already dragged... we didn't bring all of our luggage in. We just had like a little separate bag because it was the one night thing. First thing I noticed, none of the cable channels worked. Cable didn't work at all.
Wow.
Ooh.
There was one outlet in the whole room that the phone chargers didn't immediately just fall out of.
I hate that when you get an outlet and you plug in, it falls out. You plug in, it falls out. You're like, what the hell? What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I had to pull the nightstand out from the wall from between the beds so we could plug our phones in. Seriously.
Yep. It's the worst. Those rooms are the worst for power outlets.
You can shim it with a screwdriver though, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or a paper
that was pretty
clip,
frustrating. Well, I guess initially the first frustrations when we walked in, and I've never had a problem getting a 1 king bed in an All-Star Resort when we request it, because normally it's 2 queens.
Oh, really? Because
yeah,
I've never, like, in the 3 trips we've stayed at All-Stars, I've never had a king bed, and we've always requested it.
We request it every time. I've never had a problem. The lady literally told me on the phone when I called and requested, she goes, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. So I walk in, there's 2 beds, so I'm already a little frustrated. Not because I didn't get my request, but because the lady pretty much made it sound like I was going to definitely get it. And then it's like, nah. And then just all the other shit. It was just, this is the worst All-Star experience I've ever had. But then again, we also got there at 12:30, and we had to be out of the room at 5:30. So
it was literally a place to crash.
Yeah. So that was that. And I knew Scott always shits on the All-Stars, and I always
do not.
them. You do.
I do not always shit on the All-Stars.
No, it's Adam.
Adam shits on them too.
Adam.
I don't like that.
He frosts it like a chocolate cupcake.
I won't.
No, Scott
there.
shits on the mattresses. He
The mattresses are shit.
And he's not the first person to shit on them.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Now,
This
is
is
music
factual.
getting the refurb?
Not that I notice.
Because I know they're all supposed to get that refurb.
Pop?
Over values.
Pop has.
Pop is already
Movies-
finished.
Movies is doing now, so I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll do it one by one.
And the mattresses even weren't bad here, so I don't know if they've already done it, because I've never had a bad mattress at an All-Stars.
No, but they're getting that wood floor and all that, like the
Oh no,
new pop
it's
rooms.
not like that. They should definitely do that though. Not yeah, and also our fucking room was the farthest fucking building away possible, and it's just like it's every time.
Or is that Broadway?
No, it was the I think we had the fucking what was it, like the cowboy rooms, the Western.
Country Western.
Yeah,
I didn't even know where that is.
It's all the way on the far end. You might as well be
It's
at All Star Sports.
Literally the back 40.
Yeah.
dude, it was fucking bad. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it was just a place to stay. So Thursday was our big day. This was our get up early, get to the Poly, drop our car off, all our shit in it, and head over to. So James drove his truck, and me and Brant rode my car over to the Poly, dropped our cars off, and we Ubered over to Hollywood Studios, where Stephanie, Sydney, and Jennifer Goodman had all walked over from the boardwalk to Hollywood Studios to meet us. This was the Toy Story Land pass holder playtime, or whatever the fuck it's called.
That
Play.
sounds so dirty.
Play.
That sounded really bad.
That's what it's called, though, I think.
I know
Passover
it's-
playtime.
I know it's called that, but that just sounds like a swingers party.
I mean,
Is that what happens at Club 33?
Apparently. So look, we long time ago. It's now episode 82. Back on episode 49, we took our own stab at adult plussing Toy Story Land. Now it was pretty much. I mean, look, go back there. You'll listen to it. We were already shitting on Toy Story Land like it was a thing, which
Yeah.
Yep.
which it sort of still is kind of a thing. But Trenton,
yes.
let's go over Toy Story Land. So take us through your adventures in Andy's backyard.
So with this pass holder event, it was actually really incredible. I would say there was like 200 people there total, dude. I mean, we walk in, get our picture taken with the huge Woody.
It's a big Woody.
Yeah, so that
Okay,
huge
so we have
Woody
the
right
Toy
there.
Story Passover. This is getting, and then you get your picture taken with the huge. Oh
So-
yeah.
The way this works is you end up getting a fast pass to Slinky Dog and a universal fast pass essentially for everybody in our party that went to the event. On top of the fast passes you already have for the day now. They don't replace those. So we had a fast pass for Slinky Dog and a fast pass for the Alien Swirling Saucers. So few people there. We walk in, we get our pictures taken with Woody and Jesse, we get our picture taken with Buzz Lightyear. There's not enough people to even make a difference. Walk right on Slinky Dog Fast Pass. Ended up doing Slinky Dog 2 more times in a row. And I guess my first comment really with Slinky Dog is like I said, or Scott said in episode 49, I pretty much said that I thought that this was going to be a shitty kiddie area that no one's ever going to fucking go to. Slinky Dog's kind of intense.
Is it really?
It has a second
Yeah.
launch on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fast. It's fast right from the beginning. It's really fast. There's points where you're pretty much sideways, almost like. I mean,
Banked on the curves.
yeah. It's more intense than Mine Train by far.
Although, I think my favorite part of the trip is Jen's picture on this ride.
Oh yeah,
Oh, her O face.
Yes.
Now
Well,
is
it's
that
because the Big Woody and the toys and pass holder playland.
Big Woody and Big Buzz. Get a Big Buzz. Go over to the Big Woody. Ride Slinky Dog.
James was grinning too. C-Madge was.
and, he was
He
the
had a
one
big
that
old
was.
smile on his face. Jen's
He was
face
the one that was worried about riding it.
Now,
Yeah. Jen was euphoric.
So
He,
now Slinky Dog. You said there's 2 launches on this ride, so you're gonna go through 2 like separate linear launches.
You launch initially, get about halfway through the ride, then Slinky Dog goes, "Hold on," and it pulls you back, you're like in a almost one of those little Hot Wheels sets,
Yes.
and it's like you pull back,
Friction
and
racer.
launch again,
Yeah.
Now, we got a chance to ride this a couple times. I will say this is much like Mine Train, and I'll give you this tip as well. If you want a less intense ride in the front. You want to get fucking whipped, ride in the back. I mean, it's where the front of the ride gets caught, it launches it, and so the back has to catch up, and I swear you get, like, whiplash from sitting in the back of the ride. It's fast, man. It's much more intense than I thought.
So, Ethan in November, yay or nay?
How tall is he?
Does he like the Barnstormer?
Yes.
Then yay.
Does he like Mine Train?
He's never been on it yet. Never been tall enough. This will be his first trip that's tall enough.
I think Mine Train is actually slower than Barnstormer.
Mine Train's really mild.
I don't think so.
Mine Train's pretty mild.
What about, what can I think of? I am.
Big Thunder?
Yeah, he couldn't be on that yet, though. He's too short.
No, that's 40. I mean, I'll have to stuff a couple of baseball cards in his shoes.
I would say that Slinky Dog goes as fast as Big Thunder does.
Yeah, but Big Thunder to me is mild, too.
Big Thunder's mild.
Yeah, but, I mean...
The only reason it's 40 is the restraint system on that. It's one lap bar.
I thought they had separate lap bars on... I didn't...
No, not on Big Thunder. Not on Big Thunder.
Okay.
It's one lap bar across the lap.
That's one that we might have missed from sleeping in a little bit. That was a Friday morning after that.
So, Trent, it wouldn't be Toy Story without talking about some ass. Did you get some ass?
We did get on the ass. I
how
actually
was that
live
ass?
streamed this one as well. Ethan will love it.
It's like a carnival ride.
It's a joke. It's not worth waiting on at all, unless you have a small child that really wants to ride it.
Would you say it probably realistically would fit in better in Dino Land?
It's a Dino Land ride. I feel like Carney's built it 20 minutes before I got there.
Tomorrowland?
Now, the music is cool. They play cool music. I mean, that's all I can really say about that. It's not... I feel like I've heard other reviews where everyone's like, oh yeah, it's pretty intense, it gives you a good whipping around. It doesn't at all. It's not even kind of intense. Which, I guess you need a kiddie ride in an area like this, but...
Yeah, especially, I mean, I don't know. I've seen Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, which is essentially the same ride equivalent of this.
It's the exact same ride.
Yeah, but they're having problems with it already, from what I understand.
The floor's already all scuffed up. The ride already looks like shit. Yeah.
And it's,
I don't know.
It's new.
It's kind of rough. And the land feels very small.
Well, it is very small. It's not big.
It's a backyard, so...
I get it. But I mean, there's little touches that are cool. I mean, the theming is really good. You know, the popsicle stick benches and the big footprints on the ground and, you know, I don't know. The theming is good.
It seems very nostalgic to the parents who are bringing their kids there. Like, you have those, like, little tykes, like
a lot of connects.
Yeah, a lot of connects.
A lot of Rector sets.
The souvenir carts are like the little tykes vehicles with the people that you'd like put in them.
Right. Now we didn't eat much. We did get a couple adult lemonades or grown-up lemonades at the Andy's Lunchbox.
How were they? Tart.
It's a frozen lemonade with vodka, right?
It's not even frozen. It comes out of a tap.
Oh.
So it's a pre-mixed thing. They're just putting it in a cup and handing it to you. Get the fuck out.
Oh, no thanks.
And they have plastic straws, though.
For
not
now.
even a free pour?
Nope. Came right out of a pre-mixed thing. The best thing about this Andy's Lunchbox that we tried, now we were there in the morning, James and Jennifer got the breakfast scramble with like eggs and tater tots and gravy and sausage. And we all
hold on. They're not tater tots.
They're not tots.
They're not tots.
Yeah, well, they also had fucking plastic straws, so...
Copyright and trademark of the Orida Potato Company. No joke.
You gotta be a real dickhead to trademark a type of potato.
So, I mean, tangent, whatever, but Sonic still calls them tots. Are they serving exclusively Oridas?
You can't call them... They might be, but you can't call them tater tots.
Oh.
Tater tots
Okay.
is...
Then why doesn't Disney just call them tots instead of fucking potato barrels?
Because it's the theme.
Yeah. Andy's lunchbox, or Woody's lunchbox, barrels, barrel of
I
monkeys,
guess.
all that good stuff.
Now, this food was
Well.
really good, but, you know, I don't think that the restaurant as a whole is going to be that impressive. There's also only like 10 tables, which is kind of weird.
It's a small seating area. They
It's
didn't
weird.
think this through. I still say there's going to be some expansion to Toy Story Land
And
where they're going to add
Yes.
food, add seating, add covered spaces.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
think
because
about,
there's not a lot of covered anything out there from what I've
Nope.
seen.
But think about the other side of this. This is not the main draw for this park by
no.
any stretch of the imagination. So
This is like when California Adventure was going through their kind of like refurb and they opened up Bugs Life Land.
yeah,
It was basically a holdover until they could get rid of it sometime later.
now you could definitely tell they're planning expansion for how far set back Toy Story Land is into the park. I mean, you have to walk a while to get there. There's definitely plenty of green space around this that they're going to put other things.
well, don't forget that there's going to be a connection to Star Wars Land too somewhere back there. So there has to be enough green space to make those not quite as jarring. Now, did
Yeah.
you, just for a quick question, did you go back when it wasn't this
Nope.
adult playtime party?
Nope, I wouldn't.
So you think on like a normal crowd level 5 Wednesday afternoon, it's just probably miserable in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back then.
What were
Because
the
we're
wait-
going to probably... I couldn't get a fast pass for it, so I am
Yeah, I
gonna
couldn't
have
get
to
a fast
go.
pass for it either.
What were
I'm
the
going to go at...
Yeah. What were the wait times when you were checking? Did you ever check on wait time like during the day?
No, not back there. We didn't spend a lot of time in Hollywood Studios. We literally did this. We left
Wait,
Toy
no
Story
Tower
Land.
of Terror?
We did.
Easy. Okay.
We did Toy Story Land, so we were already in the park, but they would only let you go from Toy Story Land to the front of the park, and like right there where it splits off to the right to go towards Tower of Terror, they stopped you right there until 15 minutes before
Park
he let
open.
the rest of the guests in. So we walked right on Rock and Roller Coaster. We didn't even stop in the studio room.
Yeah,
I don't think we even used our fast pass for it. We just did the standby line, and then we
that's
went
not
over
much.
to.
That's not much of a shocker.
Womp womp.
They went over to Tower of Terror. I didn't do this one. James did Tower of Terror for the first time.
Oh, I love this
yes.
I
ride.
love Tower of Terror.
James did not do Rock and Roller Coaster though, so he
How did he do on Tower of Terror?
he loved it. I think.
It's a great ride.
He probably had his eyes open about as wide as Jennifer's on Slinky Dog.
He said his daughter's gonna be mad for riding it without her for the first time.
Has she ridden it?
I think he said she had, yeah.
Okay.
Jennifer had ridden it too. I just don't think James had ever done it. But you know, we also made him do Mine Train for the first time during this trip. So,
Oh, he is just balls to the wall.
dude, he just, you know what? He's the kind of guy though. He knows what he wants to do when he goes to Disney. He just relaxes. And
Nothing
think
wrong
we,
with that.
we
Finds-
kind of drag
finds a
him along
nice-
to a lot of stuff.
Finds a nice bench.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Dave.
Eric? Dave was the bench guy. For those that don't know, back on the 2005 DVD, the vacation planning DVD.
Yes.
Guy named Dave loved benches. So you did all the highlights of Hollywood Studios and then you left.
Yeah, I mean, we went and rode Star Tours, walked on 5-minute wait after that. And we really only did that because Baseline wasn't open yet, so we're like, fuck it, let's do something before Baseline opens. So we went over to Baseline and got a couple beers and just hung out. And they were like, all right, let's go to... We're going to Epcot. But before we did that, we went back to the room, got all our luggage into the room, got everything all set up, got their owners' lockers, their DVC owners' lockers set up. So we got to the Poly, got all of our stuff out of the car, got everything, brought to the room, the DVC owners' lockers, our stuff. Had a couple drinks, and then it was time to go to Epcot, because we also had Epcot VI pass holder time that night.
Oh, nice.
We also had dinner that night at Tokyo Dining, which I'd never done before.
The sushi part, right?
It was the sushi part. The part that's closer to the front.
Great.
Yeah, Tokyo Dining, not
Great
Tapanita.
place. Great place to watch Illuminations.
and we got a great table, and surprisingly, the food wasn't expensive.
No, it's actually a decent place for good sushi at a decent price. We've gone there a couple times. American children in a Japanese setting is awkward. Because let me tell you something, it is very Japanese, and they're very big on their culture, and they're very big on their manners. And Ethan did not do well in this restaurant.
Yeah, there was a couple kids having meltdowns while we were there too, actually. So that's
and
funny.
It just feels so awkward because the Japanese cast members are so polite and they are so reserved, and it's like they've never seen a child screaming before, because apparently kids in Tokyo don't do that.
Yeah, it was. There was a couple kids having a pretty bad time. This one mom was actually bringing her kids out, and they were leaving their table right by the window at the front of the restaurant 5 minutes before the fireworks. And Brant was even like, whoa, I don't know if you guys know, but the fireworks are going to start. And the lady's like, not worth it.
We don't care.
Nope.
Don't care.
Don't care.
You hear that, you little shits? The fireworks are going to start. But no.
This is not as good a view as Rose and Crown, but still pretty good.
The nice thing is they do pipe the music into the restaurant. You can hear it through the speakers. You are on the second level, so you get a good view. The only problem is that unless you are right up on the window, you do get a little restricted view.
Yeah, a little bit. It wasn't too bad. Now, we did have a lot of sake here.
Sake to me, baby.
James really likes sake.
I love sake.
I wasn't aware of that until we got here.
Yes, he's posted it a couple of times in the group. He's a big fan of sake.
He's a
What'd
fan.
you guys get?
I don't know.
Did you get that TKYU? I love that.
I honestly have no idea. I wish I could tell you.
Did you get unfiltered sake?
No, James doesn't like the unfiltered because he says it's too sweet.
I don't either. It is. It's like a milk, like a creamy milk sweetness to it.
Now, I did make Sydney and Brant try this at Epcot while we were there a separate time. The unfiltered. We had a lot of sake. I had a Sapporo. We had me and Stephanie split a couple sushi rolls, and I had the miso soup with clams. Really good. Ironically enough, soup at the Japanese restaurant not salty enough.
No, because it's traditional miso soup, which is very plain broth.
It's not bland.
It's very bland.
Still like a little more salt. I mean, salt is flavor. Come on.
Well, I know that, but that's the American miso that you're used to at your local sushi place.
I get that. But what I'm saying is, I still wish this had a little more salt, a little more seasoning, just a little bit. Food was good. After that, Stephanie and Jennifer were tired, and they went back to the room. So me, James, Brant, and Sydney met back up with the Enderlins, and we went and did Frozen and Test Track, and this was a fuzzy night for sure.
I'm gonna sense a theme as we go forward.
I kept telling people the Enderlins were my parents.
No. Oh no.
I had like 3 sets of parents on this trip. Brant was dad sometimes when we were in the parks because it's funny to call him dad when people can hear. Calling James dad was funny. So had a lot of parents on this trip.
Well, they just wanted to make sure you didn't get too fuzzy.
Or yeah, they didn't want you to have to throw up in a bucket again.
Test Track was
We're
rough.
not done with the story yet, Adam.
No, I did not throw up one time, and ironically enough, I wasn't super hungover for any of the trip. I did get real tired though. Like, I feel like we had it was the most busy fucking relaxing trip I've ever had in my life. You know, like, it's just.
So what was so you did another VIP pass holder event for this night at Epcot. Did they close the park to anyone that's not a pass holder?
Yep. Anyone that didn't sign up previously.
How was that? And first of all, what was the time on that? Like, what time did that start?
It was 9 to 11.
Okay. So basically after Illuminations.
Yes. So we went and signed in before dinner, went after dinner. I mean, we stood in standby for Frozen for probably 20 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Test Track was pretty much the same. You know, and with this, though, unlike Extra Magic Hours, a lot of the booths were still open. All the rides were still open. But you had to get, you had wristbands, like legit wristbands. You couldn't even take them off. You have to cut it off later. Like, it was. They were definitely making a big deal of it. Yes. We didn't really get to appreciate this as much as we'd like to have, I think, just because we were all really fucking tired. Really, the point of this night was to get Brand Sydney on Frozen, because they'd never done it before, and we didn't want to have to make fast passes in Epcot in the morning time. So, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. I'll have to get...
So you're saying it's contagious?
Nope, I'm just saying I think it's a good ride, and you guys are all haters.
We're not going to go through this yet again on another episode.
I know. it's like Jim Varney.
The horse is dead. We can stop beating it now.
We'll just have to get Brant's opinion on that later. We'll let him voice his own opinion.
It's fine. The ride is fine. It doesn't belong where it is. Done.
It's a fine ride. Adam's right. It doesn't belong where it is. But there's nothing so special about it that I have to ride that on every single trip, every single time.
Yeah. So that was Thursday. Thursday was our fucking go, balls to the wall day. Friday...
So Wednesday you slept in. Or Friday you slept in, probably.
Me, Brant, Sydney, and Stephanie slept in. We woke up, and James was already at Magic Kingdom riding the fucking train around.
No, driving the train.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah. So this day, Jennifer wasn't going to the parks with us in the morning. She had some stuff to do back in the hotel room. So we woke up. We'd already missed our Big Thunder Mountain Fast Pass, so we walk over to...
James took all your magic bands for you.
Yeah, he just read everything.
Our magic band showed up to James's house 3 days after the trip, after we got back.
Oh, nice. Nothing like the Postal Service. Way to go, U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, I still haven't got my cruise docs yet.
No, this was actually Disney's fault, I believe. Was that bad, Adam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't got my cruise documents yet, or my luggage.
Oh boy.
Tags. Yeah,
oh boy.
There's that.
Well, no, yeah, you do need luggage tags. Never mind.
Yeah, you do.
We couldn't even customize our magic bands for this trip. We went to try to do it, and it's like, this page is unavailable. They said that our magic bands would be available at check-in at the counter. But we never bothered getting them because we already had pass holder ones. It's not like it matters. Right. You know, they all still work the same. So that didn't really matter, but it is kind of funny. They showed up a couple days after we were already home. So
interesting. So Friday, you kind of sleep in, take a little time to get unfuzzy.
Yeah. So we head over to Magic Kingdom. This is our Magic Kingdom day in the morning. We'd planned to do some more Epcot in the afternoon. So we get to Magic Kingdom. We'd already missed Big Thunder, but we're going to do Splash. I hadn't ridden Splash in like 2 fucking years because every time I go, it's either broken down or some bullshit or they're refurbing it. I was riding goddamn Splash Mountain if it was the last thing I did on the whole trip. And it was just as good as I remembered. Brant sitting at the front row got absolutely fucking slaughtered. It was hilarious. James hadn't ridden this ride, he said, in like 10 years either. So it was Brant Sydney, first row, me and Stephanie the second row, and James was on the third row. And it was like stop motion. When we hit the bottom of the big drop, the water just fucking rolled over the front, just hit right in the chest. Like, they got fucking annihilated, and it was hilarious. And I thought they were going to be mad about it, but it turns out when it's 1,000,000 degrees in Florida, getting wet isn't that worst thing in the world.
It's not that bad.
So, we did that, and we kind of piddled around, and James was going back to the room. Do I?
Did you eat anything at Magic Kingdom?
We did. Sydney got a turkey leg.
Oh, yes!
And we all took about 3 bites and threw it in the trash.
Oh, no. That's the best thing in the world.
And they only serve it at the Tortuga Tavern now.
What? They don't have the turkey leg cart in Frontierland?
Nope.
Weird. And nothing at over at the cool ship over in Tomorrowland?
We didn't check over there, but the guy that we talked to in Frontierland said the only place it was sold was in Tortuga Tavern.
That's weird, because they've never had it there before.
I did have a hot dog at Tortuga Tavern that had the short ribs on it. The ones, I don't know if
Wait,
you watched the
what?
recent Tim Tracker
Hold
video.
on. Hold the. God damn it! Hold the fucking phone.
Yeah.
What was that?
I bought a hot dog.
Wait, why?
Because it had short ribs on it.
Oh my
Very
god, that
short
sounds
rib.
amazing.
It was really good. It was really good, actually.
And how much? Wait, but hold on, Trenton. How
I
much
wish
was that
everybody
hot dog?
could see the twinkle in his eyes when he says it was really good.
It was $8.95, and it came
Oh,
with a
that's
bag of
not bad.
chips. Yeah. Now I wanted to get it without the chips.
That's about what it is at Casey's.
Now that is a good tip for people, though. Sometimes if you get this shit and it comes with a side of something, if you ask for it without the side, sometimes they'll take like $2 off.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I didn't want the potato chips, but it worked out because James wanted them. But so
I'll have the chips.
James is going to go back to the room to have lunch with his lovely wife, and we made him stay to do Mine Train before he left because he had never done it before. And he loved it, said it was fun. We had a great time. We asked for the back of the car, or the back of the train, so it's a little more intense ride than if you ride in the middle or the front.
The back is pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you think that you see everyone else start moving, you're like, oh, why is that part going faster? And then you fucking catch up, and it gives you a good jolt.
It also seems like your car swings a lot more on the back end than the front.
Absolutely. So that was fun. Mine Train's always a great ride, and we didn't wait very long, you know. So after that, James dipped out, went back to the hotel room, and me and Brant, Sydney, and Stephanie headed over to Epcot again to get our second check-in. We did get our magnets, and we ended up getting cutting boards later in the trip, but we told ourselves we were only going to spend $100 that day, so we went and got the cool little Figment wristband gift card things. Totally worth it, by the way.
Who?
Oh no, mine had Remy on it. Doesn't have Figment on it anymore. They had Figment on them last year. They have Remy on them now. You're right. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, phase it out. Phase that guy out.
I mean, I'm not going to be sad.
Sorry, Adam.
You have to put a minimum of $15 on these little gift cards, and you literally, it's just like one of those little rubber bands, or what do they call it? They look
like an old telephone cord?
Yep. Yeah, they look like the citronella things, almost.
Yes.
So that was one of the best things ever. And I have to pull especially all staying in one room. We didn't want to put our magic bands in it, or credit cards and magic bands, and you don't know that gets mixed up, and everyone's bill gets mixed together. So this was easier. We told ourselves we were going to spend $100 at Food and Wine that day, and that was it. Now Brant and Sydney went through theirs a little faster than we did, but it was a great deal. I think that's a great thing to do. It's definitely a good way to limit yourself if you don't want to go there and overspend at Food and Wine.
And where can you get that?
We got ours. They sell them at any of the little shops, but we got ours right when you're walking into World Showcase. They normally do the magic shots right there in the huge walkway, the bridge almost going over to where that main shop is right there.
Mouse
little shop
gear?
on the right. No, after that.
No, it's like where those fountains are that the kids play in.
Yes,
where they get athlete's foot.
Correct. Those gross little fountains.
Yes.
So we got that. We got some good stuff. I mean, do you mean to go through individual items that we liked, or
No, well, what'd you buy?
what do you mean, like food items?
Yeah, what'd you get? Food items you got. Food items you liked. And would recommend.
Liked. The Spam hash from Hawaii, actually really good, man.
I would eat that.
I keep hearing that.
It was so good. I thought it was good. I mean,
that.
I like Spam, but this is really good. Stephanie
I've
got
never
the passion
tried
fruit
it.
cheesecake.
I want to try Spam.
You never had Spam?
Never had Spam.
Oh, you didn't grow up poor.
I like it.
I don't like Spam.
I really like it. And the passion fruit
Spam is
cheesecake.
great on a shish kebab with pineapples and jalapenos covered in some head country barbecue sauce. Put it on the grill.
That actually does sound good.
It is really, really good.
Liked that. The passion fruit cheesecake with the hazelnuts on it, really, really good. Kind of sweet. We got a lamb chop from Australia.
That looks good.
It's a full lamb chop, dude.
Is it tender? It's not like rubbery?
Very good. No, it was very good. It was cooked great.
You have to be careful though with Food and Wine, at least from when I go, because if you get there too early, it seems like the food's left over from the day before.
Oh yeah. No, we went in the afternoon every time we went to Epcot.
If you do lunch, if you're going to do lunch, I recommend you doing lunch around like 1 o'clock. because if you go right there at 11 when they start opening up and start serving, or 11:30, yeah, you are going to get the leftovers from last night.
Well, to Adam's point, too, if the booth's not busy and you walk up there and they're all just sitting under the heat lamp, you kind of want to go to your booths when they're a little busy.
Yeah.
Like, stand in that line for a second.
If they have to make it and put it together, all the better.
All the better. I wish I had my passport with me right now. I could look through the stuff. So that was really good. We didn't stop in Canada this year. I normally always stop in Canada to get the soup and the steak. It was just really fucking hot, and I couldn't do it. I mean, it was just...
I like their soup, but for some reason, I feel like the soup on the kiosk is different than the soup in the restaurant.
It is. But, yeah. Well, they also... Another thing is they sell the beer cheese soup in the refreshment port all year round now. So
Yes, they do. With pretzel bread.
No, they don't serve the pretzel bread at the refreshment port.
Oh, they don't anymore? They used to have it there.
Nope, it's just the soup. Steak's really good.
You can get a big old Mickey pretzel or a pretzel from Germany.
Same damn thing.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. So we did that. So the one thing I really wanted was to go to the beer place right out by the Light Lab and try the red, green, blue beer flight.
Over by the Odyssey, is it?
No, the Odyssey building is now nothing. There's no food and wine, anything in there anymore.
Is that where they had all the craft beer last year?
Yeah.
Yep. Craft Drafts is in the festival center now.
It's by, it's where the Intervention Center.
Right. Light Lab's on the left, the opposite side of where the Odyssey's at.
It's where...
So there's nothing at Odyssey now?
Nope.
That's weird.
Yeah, I thought it was super weird because I really like that space. That space is nicer than the fucking the festival center looks like a fucking shithole.
Well, it's Wonders of Life with carpet walls,
And-
so...
Again, how many years has it been at this point with that
Oh, God.
with that pavilion being closed?
When did they close? They closed Wonders of Life for real in like what 2012, 13?
I mean, I'm talking the fucking ceiling insulation's falling out.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
But they painted the roof. They touched up the roof of that thing.
Red, green, blue beer flight over by Light Lab.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking about this, hard pass.
I've
Really?
heard, a lot of people on the sheeters, sheeters have said it was not good.
None of it was good. In fact, the green one tasted like fucking wet cardboard. Like it was supposed to be kiwi, and it tasted like I don't know.
Yeah, I think
it tasted like I was drinking it out of a shoe.
Ew.
Well,
Like,
das Boot.
I mean,
No,
it was just,
kiwi.
It was really horrible. The other was supposed to be blueberry peppercorn, and that wasn't good. If anything had any shining moment, was the tart cherry, and that didn't even. It was still terrible.
And these
So
are
is
supposed to be beers?
They were beers, yes.
This
Is
is
it
so
like a
far
s-
past hipster.
Yeah.
Well, is it like a sour cherry beer, or is
It was
just-
supposed
'cause
to
I-
be.
Yeah, I don't like sour cherries.
Is this in the Light Lab?
No, the Light Lab's to the right, where it's all dark in there, and this is like set out in the little. You know the diaper hallway that smells like diapers?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Yep, right there.
No, he's right. That hallway smells like diapers all the time.
It's really weird. Diaper hallway.
Like good diapers or
No, like
No.
old diapers.
full diapers?
Adult diapers.
Piss
Oh,
diapers.
son of a bitch! Adam went there.
You walk in that. It's weird. You walk in through those like automatic glass doors, and it just smells like shit
Yeah.
all year
It's-
round.
It smells like musty, old, wet diapers.
Yeah.
Now I did forget to mention on Thursday we did do a liquor, not tasting, but it was like a little seminar in the festival center. That was okay. It was worth the $20 we paid for it or whatever.
What'd you have?
It was a liqueur tasting. So we tried. It was all from bowls. We had orange curacao, passion fruit liqueur, and something that I can only describe in comparison to Campari that tastes like fucking dirt.
Yeah, Bowls.
guess-
Disney and Bowls have teamed up. A lot of their cocktails are using Bowls liqueur.
Now, what was cool is that Brant knew the rep that was there from Amsterdam to teach us about him, so that was really fun. We got to talk to him a little bit afterwards. He actually gave me a bottle of the Campari stuff.
Dirt?
So you got the dirt.
My father-in-law really likes Campari. Yeah. I got a jar of dirt. My father-in-law really likes Campari and club soda, so I was like, well, he'll maybe like this.
Happy birthday!
You can have it. Yeah, right. So that was fun. The seminars at Food and Wine definitely seem like a lot of. If you're there, pay the $20. Just do it. I mean, it's
Well, just make sure it's one that you're interested in, though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a cool little area. The one thing that bothered me is there wasn't really any exclusivity to it. I mean, the people that were watching didn't get to taste all the stuff that we were tasting from the outside, but you could just walk up and listen to anybody talking any of these seminars. You can listen to the whole seminar from outside.
You can listen to it. It's just you're not going to get to enjoy the tasting portions of it.
Shit,
See, I had a problem with my champagne one. I mean, I enjoyed the one that we did, but the problem that I had is that they poured all the champagne prior to us even sitting.
Oh, so it was warm.
So it was getting a little warm, and it was getting a little flat already. So you don't want to do that necessarily at a champagne tasting. And if they did that at a beer tasting as well, I think I would have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's true. Now, the liqueur was already poured when we got there. But no one wants to do a shot of fucking orange carousel or passion fruit liqueur or dirt-flavored liqueur. So, I mean, there was very few empty glasses when we were walking out.
Oh, everybody's drinking whatever they put in front of you. It's not going to stop me from really.
Yeah.
No, nobody drank everything. Very few empty glasses.
I would have gone around those tables and been like,
oh no, that orange curacao was fucking. It's so sweet.
It's like candy sweet.
It is.
And passion fruit liqueur, super sweet. I mean, it was fun though. It was very informative and fun. We tried a lot of stuff. We went and got the. There's another slushie at the French Pavilion. I want to say it was passion fruit as well.
So did it replace the La Vie en Rose?
La Vie en Rose is for
Flower and
Garden. No, this was at the booth though. But we ended up getting these because we wanted to go get Grand Marniers, and the booth was closed.
What?
They said they were having a technical issue. I walked to throw my glass away, looked back in the booth, and you could tell there was just arcing from where the cooler was plugged into the wall, and they were just replacing the outlet. So I was like, we'll be back in about 2 hours. That'll be good.
Okay.
And the guys
like, okay.
So we went and got that. Brant got the creme brulee, which I got to try, which was really good. Although it had raspberry stuff at the bottom of it. I'm not a big fruit creme brulee guy. I'm a creme brulee purist. So it's odd.
I can see raspberry being good with creme brulee. I mean, I've had raspberries on the top of it.
Yeah, raspberries and blueberries I've had, I want to say, and mint.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I prefer just the plain custard personally. So
I do love creme brulee custard. It's so fucking good.
It's really, and the brulee itself was still nice and crunchy. I mean, it was
nice.
Good creme brulee. We weren't really dissatisfied with any food that we had this year.
That's awesome.
Nothing that was like. Is there anything you would if you're going back in November? What would you recommend? What would you get again? I mean, you don't want to try the same things twice, but what would you say is a must-do again?
Must-do again.
Where would you take Tim and I? First. Or all of us first, for that matter.
Yeah.
I would probably, if you guys like lamb, I would go get that lamb chop, honestly.
I've always wanted to try the lamb chop and always walk by it.
It's nice and it has like an herb crust on it, too.
I think this one has potato crunchies.
Yes, it has potato chips.
Crunchery.
Yeah.
Like literally they're chips. Yeah, just crunched up. Yeah, I think it would be that lamb chop. That was really, really, really fucking good. So this is also the day, Mikey, that we got to go into Christopher Robin's bedroom.
Oh, boy.
With your alcohol.
With our drinks. And we got to sit on the bed. We got to touch whatever we wanted. She said you can pick up whatever you want as long as it's not nailed down. And we got to just hang out, talk to this cast member. I got to talk a little English football with her because she was from Liverpool, and that was disgusting. But other than that, no, it was great. Got to take all the pictures we wanted, and everyone else was really jealous. We initially asked, we went up to the counter and asked if we could see Christopher Robin's bedroom. She's like, "Oh no, you can't really do that. It's a customers only area now." She saw Brant's birthday button. She goes, never mind. Come on, follow me. And she skipped all the way there, and we followed her. And you can see people trying to look in the door to see what we were doing in there.
So for those who haven't checked it out, back on episode 56, we all talked about places where that we would think would be quiet and would be a nice place to sit down and grab a drink and just enjoy the ambiance of that area. Mikey, you actually chose this.
I did.
Not knowing that it was possible.
I really feel dirty about it now.
Corruption of a minor is all
right?
that's going through my head.
But at the same time, I'm happy that somebody realized it, and was able to, take the fantasy and make it a reality. So, I'm glad you guys basically had a fucking kegger in Christopher Robin's bedroom.
God, it was fantastic.
Somebody had to.
It's the next
sit on the bed, take pictures. It's cool, man.
It's the next sequel. Instead of, or actually, it would be a prequel. Instead of Ewan McGregor, they're going to have Hayden Christensen. Christopher Robin goes to college.
I think they could still have Ewan McGregor just train spotting Ewan McGregor.
There you
Oh,
go.
God. Baby's
Trent,
head is rotating on
Trent,
the
where
ceiling
was this?
now.
Who was the cast member you went up to? Where was she located?
At the store where you can look up your last name and
The
Oh,
heraldry
that's your
store.
favorite fucking store, too.
The heraldry store.
Yep. So we went up and just asked her, and she drug us right over. In fact, another cast member that was working there had never seen it either. And after we were done, she took her in there, and you could look in there, and you could see that they were, like, dancing around. Like, in the room, like, just in a big circle. I don't know what they were doing. It was weird. But,
They were playing poo sticks.
Oh, God.
So after that, we kind of made our way around. We just kept walking, and so I had messaged Tim Schweska from the Mickey Dudes. I know he was in town as well, and we met up with them in France and made our way. Just kept kind of walking and trying stuff. We got a couple different drinks, and Brant got a Casa beer, and we got a couple beers just on the way. And really
Did you get
cool
a picture with the penis?
We did not get a Moroccan penis picture, unfortunately.
It's got to be a thing, man.
I know, man. It was. I wasn't feeling phallic. So
We're not fucking hair.
Tim and his wife, super nice people. Glad I met up with them. We got a picture with them, and they were going to keep making their way around World Showcase, and we went back to the hotel room because this was the night that we planned on ordering the Ohana dinner in the room, hanging out in the little pool, watching the Hallowishes fireworks from the deck of our room, and probably consuming way too much alcohol, which we did.
Yes, because the world saw Friday night through their own 4.5-inch screen.
Oh, no. We streamed it to the TV.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, that was in all of its glory. It was larger than life.
Now look, let's start with the Ohana dinner. So you ordered Ohana dinner back to your room. They brought it to you.
Yes.
How does that come? Does it come in like a takeaway or does it come on a plate?
Comes on plates, I think.
Uh-oh, it's fuzzy.
It's all real fuzzy.
I just know it was me and Steph, Brand Sydney, James and Jennifer, and the Enderlins came, and I think we ordered 5 orders on a dinner.
Didn't you say like one can feed like 3 people?
We ordered one in April, and me and Brant and Sydney and Stephanie didn't finish it.
So,
my.
okay.
We crushed it. There was very minimal left over. I think I probably ate 40 pot stickers by myself.
Wait, hold on. You got 40 pot stickers from 5
We got
orders?
a shitload. A shitload. It's $40 a person, dude.
Still, but like, even if you're going there, you don't get 40 pot stickers.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you
Just
can,
keep on
but-
asking for them. Yeah.
I think
I mean,
we might have
I
asked for
ate one
extra.
time when I went.
I think I might have told Jennifer to order extra pot stickers, but
So she said, "Give me all the pot stickers."
40 might be a
I
hyperbole.
think you may have heard me say I want a lot of pot stickers, but what I said was, "Give me all of the pot stickers."
that you
She Ron
have.
Swanson to the pot sticker.
Those are good. They are really good.
So the one bugaboo I have with ordering, because I wouldn't suggest eating Ohana in the restaurant. It's way too expensive. If you're going to order Ohana, get it in your room here if you're staying at the Poly. the goddamn bread pudding doesn't come with fucking ice cream if it's delivered to your room.
I've
Well-
heard that.
Yeah. Trenton said it back on his last trip report. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, bring a carton of ice cream and serve it for you?
Yeah.
But the only thing I can think of getting it there is putting it in dry ice, and that would just end badly if you have a pool.
I mean, they
Are you
deliver.
kidding me? That would have made for a much better video.
I mean, they deliver everything by cart. Why can't that be the last thing they load on and drive that little fucking golf cart over to our room? It can't. It's not going to fucking melt that fast.
But if you're a
Florida
slow
hot.
eater, it's
Because-
going to melt by the time you open it.
Right, and then even if you're at the Poly and you have a studio, those little tiny freezers may not hold, may not keep it cool enough or have it available. I could see.
Oh no, you can turn down those freezers pretty badly. That I get.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You iced your water.
Yes. So yeah.
Now, what happens if you order a side of ice cream when you place this order? Like, make it a line item on the ticket.
Can you
I don't
get
know.
ice
I
cream
don't
as
know.
room service?
I don't know.
You can
I
go
don't
get
know.
pineapple Dole Whip. I know that.
I could also just bring my own ice cream and not bitch about it. But
That's true.
You could. But, sugarcane mojito, so.
well, we also got an explanation for that recently. So
So Friday night you had Ohana. We'll talk about your little frivolities later. Saturday, what time did you wake up?
we all woke up at a decent enough time to get to our fast passes.
Nice.
What time was your fast pass? Wait.
9:30.
Okay.
Noon.
No, I think it was
Exactly.
9:30.
Yes, I made it to my fast pass. It was at 2:00.
In our first fast pass was the Kilimanjaro safaris that day.
A morning
I've-
safari is always good.
And we had the best. I think it might have been my favorite safari I've ever been on.
Awesome.
Our driver was fantastic. She was so into it. She was having fun. You could tell she was making a lot of jokes. We saw a lot of animals. I mean, we saw stuff really close. Rhinos up close. Ostriches up close. I got to see the warthogs again, which I'd never seen them before. I saw them last time, and I got to see them this time.
Morning
the
and
lions?
morning and evening are really the two only times you should go on that ride.
I want to say morning and dusk,
Yeah, dusk.
not even evening, because evening we did the nighttime safari and it's a little dark to see and try to figure out what you're
What time?
supposed to be
What time did we
looking
go?
at.
Like 7:00. I think
Yeah,
this-
about
yeah.
6:30, 7 o'clock. It was right after dinner. That's the only thing.
That
I
was
remember
perfect.
clearly.
Now that's good. At night, it's bad. We've done
Yeah.
late at night. They don't even stop driving because you can't fucking see anything.
Yeah, we did it during the DVC party, and the only thing we were able to see was the lions, and they started roaring because the lions are lit up.
Well, the lions are nocturnal. I mean, they are
Yeah.
essentially a
Right.
nocturnal animal.
No, but they're lit up.
Yeah.
Like you can actually see them, but we didn't really see much of anything else.
So we also sat in the back of the truck, and this lady was driving like a bat out of hell, but it was awesome. I mean, we were fucking
Bouncing.
bouncing all over the goddamn place, but it was fun as shit. I mean, it was really fun.
You need to hang on to your hats and glasses in that back row.
Definitely. I mean, it was insane. I've never ridden in the back like that, and it was insanity. But it was so much fun. I mean, it was so much fun. It was definitely the funnest safari I've ever been on.
We did. Now, when Adam and I and Tim and Andrea did our safari, we actually sat in the very first row. And
Yeah.
it was kind of cool to interact with the driver outside of his
I
spiel.
really enjoy that. If you can, that's my kind of tip for this. If you can sit in that front row, get in the front row because you can actually just have a conversation with the driver. At
Oh,
that
and we
point.
did.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I honestly felt like he started neglecting the actual tour.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know what? We're just that cool. That's
Yeah.
what that means.
So we did that. That was a lot of fun. Hit up
Did you-
Dawa Bar.
Did you? Oh, so yeah, you went over to Dowel Bar. We saw your elephant boner picture.
Elephant boner shots. Got Jennifer to try elephant boner shot. It's a really good. I mean, it's better than Bailey's. I mean, it's essentially just Bailey's. It's more of a tradition now. It's not that we are doing shots to get drunk off fucking cream liqueur, but
Oh, ugh.
You're trying to get elephant boners.
I was trying to
kinda
get a
what I-
fucking elephant boner. So we got our Takiti punches here. Tried those. So the Takiti punch is good. That's the watermelon lemonade with the snow leopard vodka. And I will admit, I used to think this and the Himalayan Ghost were the same drink, and they are not.
We found out there's one minor ingredient change.
A Himalayan Ghost has guava in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's definitely sweeter. The Himalayan Ghost is sweeter by far. Because we stopped over at Thirsty River Bar on the way to Everest because, we stopped as much as possible to get drinks whenever we saw them.
Of course. When in Rome.
Yeah, definitely. So we went on Everest. James and Jennifer had never done this one either, I want to say.
I don't really think they go to the parks.
Wait,
there's rides
they
here?
don't. As much as they haven't ridden,
James just goes and gets on the train.
He rode the train. He said he rode the train a couple times. They loved Everest, though. Everest was really fun. We made them sit in the very, very, very front row. We asked to wait so that they would get real close to the torn-up track.
So when you do that backwards section, when you go backwards, just like on normal roller coasters, sitting in the back, you get that extra whip. Sitting in the front, holy shit, you
start going back to the left.
Oh, man. You get that, pit in your stomach feeling, so, heavy. It is amazing.
It's like the G-forces are, pushing you down into your seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the most part, I like the back row of most roller coasters because you do feel a little bit more on most normal roller coasters. This one, the front is so much better.
It's amazing, especially on the drop too. I mean, you're right there.
Yeah,
you have to do, and I'm not gonna lie, I love this one at night.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
At night, it's amazing.
At night, it's a totally different experience at night.
It's amazing at night. So we did that, and we went and hit up Nomad Lounge, which was good. I had a beer flight.
Oh, you had a flight, huh?
I did have a beer flight.
It wasn't wine.
How was that flight?
It was not wine. It was an IPA, it was the Kungaloosh, and it was a wheat beer, I want to say. It was pretty good. The poutine, Sydney ordered poutine, and my first bite I realized it had goat cheese on it, and I almost threw up everywhere.
Oh, this is
Damn it,
delicious.
we almost
What
got
is
him to
it?
hurl.
Goat cheese.
Goat cheese.
Goat cheese.
Goat cheese tastes like goat smell. I grew up around a goat farm. One of my
cheese
dad's
is
friends had a
amazing.
goat farm, and I just taste that fucking zoo dust smell in my mouth.
So Animal Kingdom smell.
Yeah, right?
I guess. So Nomad was fun. We hung out there for a little while. We wore our Bro Roadie shirts to see if we could get a Mr. Allen sighting, but he was not on property.
No, I
Anybody
think he was in Colorado.
recognize the shirt? Recognize him on the shirt?
One cast member in the line for the safari did. She pulled Brant aside. She's like, "I really love your shirt." He's like, "Nobody gets it."
No one gets it. Nobody
They
gets
think it's
it.
me. I don't know.
I've worn that to the Disney store a bunch of times, and no one gets it. Nobody gets it.
Nope.
That makes it a better shirt.
It's true.
We went from there to Flight of Passage, because, as one does, we went to Flight of Passage.
As one
Just as
does
incredible.
in the wild.
Just as incredible as always. I mean, it's so fucking good. It's such a good ride.
I
But
love it, and I can't even see the 3D, so...
we ate at Satuli Canteen as well. Got some cheeseburger pods. Fucking incredible.
I can't wait to try those cheeseburger pods.
Dude, you love McDonald's, you're gonna love them. That's all it is. It's just a McDonald's. And they've actually added more filling now. I think a lot of people were complaining it was too much bao bun and not enough filling.
I'm looking forward to having the cheeseburger pods there, and the bowl. Probably get both.
See, I still haven't had the pods because I'm afraid it's going to be too much. Because the bowls are filling as fuck.
Oh,
So to get the bowls and the pods is a little too much, and then I have to get the blue cheesecake thing. So, it was just too much food. So
The
I'll-
cheesecake thing's pretty good.
I'll get all
Yes.
of them. I think I'm going to get all of them.
I mean, if I was gonna get a bowl this past time we were there, they're actually running specials now, and they had shrimp over pasta, like Asian pasta.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it was really good looking, but
That sounds good.
I really wanted the cheeseburgers. So, it did start pouring down fucking rain when we were in Flight of Passage and coming off of it. So everyone's just bottlenecking in that little tunnel at the end to exit. And you're trying to squeeze by. We're trying to put our rain jackets on while we're in there. And we ended up getting soaking fucking wet. We were supposed to go to Epcot after this. So we actually just ended up going back to the room So C-Madge had brought his VR video games to his computer, and we got pretty into that. It's fucking amazing. That's not something we probably need to keep in the show, but we did a fucking shitload of VR stuff. I mean,
it's coming back down in November, so
it's fucking awesome.
So Saturday night, or Saturday, what is this? Saturday afternoon now?
Saturday, we go back to the room. It stops raining, but we're all fucking... The trip's catching up with us, essentially. We're all pretty tired. Me and Stephanie laid on the couch while Brant was playing some video games, and we passed the fuck out, like dead to the world passed out, while everyone's jumping around playing video games. That's how tired we were. So Brant and Sydney ended up going back to Epcot, and we woke up and just kind of hung out in the room until it was time to go on our private fireworks cruise around Bay Lake on the pontoon boat for our birthdays.
On a pontoon.
Dude, and we sang that song the whole fucking time. Not because it's a good song, but because you can't get it out of your fucking head once you think of it once.
And the best part of that song is when she goes motorboating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
If you're going to be on a pontoon, you better damn well sing that song.
Mm-hmm.
If one person started singing it...
Motorboating.
Yeah. So, all right. So take us through the pontoon boat. Where'd you pick this up at?
At the Poly. Got right on at the Poly.
At the marina.
Yep. Had balloons all over the boat for our birthdays. Banners. Cooler full of Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, water, snacks. You know, anything you can think of. We brought a lot of our own drinks on board, if you can believe it.
Which you can.
They let you?
Oh yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can BYO. What? You can BYO to the pontoon to the Grand One, the fireworks cruises, the pontoon
so you
cruises.
probably can't BYO to the fishing trip.
No, you cannot.
Had a great
never
driver.
gone fishing
He'd been working at Disney for about 5 years. He said he does boat rentals during the day, and he does the tours at night. I said, well, I'm assuming you like this part a lot better, huh? Definitely. I mean, he just gets to watch. He's like, I think I've seen the fireworks more than anybody on property, and probably. He took us around and showed us, the old defunct islands that are no longer in, use, and just kind of showed us. He showed us a tree where all the college program cast members will go out on boats when they leave and throw their shoes over this tree branches in this tree. Just a tree with 100 pairs of white tennis shoes hanging from it.
Really?
Yeah. That was pretty funny. It showed us all the old docks and how it took just a pretty leisurely stroll around. Now, right before the fireworks started, we probably had 10 minutes, and Sidney's like, I really gotta go to the bathroom. So he fucking puts it in high gear. We go over to the Grand Floridian, and Brant and Sydney jump out of the boat and run inside, and Brant comes running back. So him and Sydney are coming back. I was like, Brant, I need to go to the bathroom. He goes, nah, you got a bag, and he starts pulling more beers out of it, and, like, handing them out.
I was gonna say, I hope he came back with more booze. When you told me he came running back out, I was like, I bet he wouldn't have more booze.
He handed me a High Life, Stephanie had a Yingling, he brought it, he had the whole shebang there. So, kick it into high gear, back over to in front of Magic Kingdom, and watch the entire fireworks show with a view of all the projections, all the fireworks, perfect viewing spot.
Now, how far from, like, the Magic Kingdom docks were you? Like, a couple 100 yards?
Maybe 100 yards, 150 yards.
Wow.
So now, I have a broader question, because we all know how Trenton feels about fireworks and shows.
Right. They're
what
pointless.
Did you think?
They're pointless and useless.
This is the only way to do it.
No, but did you enjoy the show? I understand. Okay.
I don't dislike fireworks, but if I'm in the park, I'm not going to stand and watch them like a bunch of other goons packed into a fucking sardine can when I can be riding the rides. But if I'm not in the parks and I'm on a private boat watching them, they're fantastic.
Nice.
Fair enough. I understand.
Now, for the sheeters, do you know what this cost?
I do not. It was a paid for my birthday, or Brant's birthday, Brant's and mine's birthday, and
I have an idea of what it costs, but I don't really I have to do the math. But you just rent the boat and you can have as many people as you like. I think up to 10 or 12 on it.
I do want to say, if you go back to episode 41 in the Butt Bob, in our date night episode, you will find all the information there.
Yeah, because we did it. But we did the Epcot boat.
Right. You did the Epcot boat. No. That's right. Adam rented out the Grand One.
Yes. That was something different.
Yeah, we did see Grand One in action. It was out while we were there.
So want to be on that one day.
But yeah, if you go back to Into Butt Bob, episode 41, we do talk about the pontoon boats because I actually rented the pontoon for my date around World Showcase Lagoon and did the Illuminations cruise.
The Illuminations cruise is pretty.
So go check that out. You'll find the information there. They're about the same rates of what I'm looking online. So go check it out. Episode 41, Into Butt Bob. Still the best title we've ever had.
Yes.
With Bob Lassiter.
Yes, Bob Lassiter. That was a wonderful experience, and you shared that live on Facebook for everyone to see, and it was a lot of fun to kind of get into your vacation as well. Like we have these trip reports, but to experience that live with you guys, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I appreciate Sydney for doing that because I wasn't gonna fucking. I mean, I was gonna watch the fireworks, and so she was nice enough to stream it for everyone in the group to get our view on the fireworks.
Yes, and because she's an awesome person and she wanted to share the moment.
Share the moment.
Yep.
That's what we love. We love when people go live in the group when they're at the parks.
So that was great. But at the end of that Saturday night, we were ready to go back to the room and just chill out, man. It was back to the room, had a couple more drinks, played a little more VR, and we had an early dinner or early breakfast reservation on our final day in Disney World.
And that was at the Grand Floridian Cafe.
The Grand Floridian Cafe, and it was absolutely incredible.
Now, it really is. It's one of my favorite breakfast spots in Walt Disney World. I mean, character breakfasts are really nice, but let me tell you something. The Eggs Benedict at Grand Flo Cafe, spot on.
And I got an entire flight. I got 3 of them for $19.
Oh,
and
it's
one
like
had
it's like your flight trip.
Yeah, all right. So they had a regular one, like a traditional, a chorizo, and a lobster with asparagus. The lobster one, I feel like it had like a whole lobster tail on it.
It probably did.
It was so much, but for $19, it's incredible.
Yeah.
We had some drinks. We got the mimosas, but it was a special mimosa with like Grand Marnier in it. They had a couple of us had the Bloody Mary. We tried some different soups. Oh.
It wasn't just like a couple of you. It was a table divided.
Yes.
It was 3 and 3.
Me, Stephanie, and Jen had the mimosas. James, Brant, and Sydney had the Bloody Marys.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
I can only do so much Bloody Mary, man. I love Bloody Marys, but
the Burks love them some Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
Yes. In our refrigerator on this trip, I think we had 4 different kinds of Bloody Mary mix.
So did you have a Bloody Mary flight?
We spent a good amount of time in the mornings before we went to the parks, mixing them up and putting them in our coffee cups before we went to the parks.
There you go. No, Grand Flo Cafe is a good breakfast. I highly recommend it, and apparently so does Trenton.
Yeah, it was really good. There's no qualms about that meal at all. It was fantastic. I can't say anything negative about it.
And it's not overpriced too. I mean, it's a decent value for what you're getting.
Oh yeah. Because Stephanie had pancakes, I had the flight. We each had the mimosa, and I think it was $65, $70, something like that.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. All right. So you finished up Grand Flo breakfast.
And we needed to go back to Epcot one more time because Brant and Sydney had been 3 times. We'd only been 2, so we were going to get cutting boards. They gave us one of their cutting boards for going 4 times. James and Jennifer had already parted ways and made their way. They had farther to travel than us. So we went back to Epcot, and we went to the festival center and got our cutting boards, which on this Saturday, the parks had been dead. Thursday, Friday, no one. Saturday, fucking
everyone.
Insanity. Sunday, even worse.
Yeah. Epcot during Food and Wine on the weekends is just a madhouse.
I mean, this line was from where you were getting the cutting boards to outside of the festival center. So we got that. That's when Branton City decided, it's too busy. They were going to part ways, go make their way to back to the Poly, have a couple drinks, get ready for their flight. So me and Stephanie were going to walk around some more, and it wasn't worth it. We'd already done Epcot 3 times. It's like, I don't need to deal with this again right now before I drive home. So
it's crowded. It's crowded there on the weekends during Food and Wine. Real crowded.
Unbelievable, dude.
And especially like what time did you guys leave Epcot?
2 o'clock.
After 4, it's even worse. Because the after 4...
Well, because...
The after 4 pass.
Special pass.
The Floridians that get the after 4 Epcot pass. It's insane.
And we've discussed even on this trip next year, if we went back during this week, we would go from Monday through Friday of this week. Because it was...
Yeah.
I mean, it might be busy that Monday because of Labor Day, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be dead.
Trenton, we've talked all about your trip. But we've missed one very important thing. And that is you did something on this trip. Besides getting into the hot tub, getting in the kiddie pool with Brant and James. You did something on this trip that probably none of us are going to get to do, and very few sheeters are going to get to do in their lifetime. Where was your room?
We got the opportunity, thanks to the Goodmans. We stayed in a bungalow at the Polynesian, right on the water. And it was everything you could hope for and more. Absolutely incredible. Best hotel room I've ever stayed in anywhere in my life.
Can I ask a redneck question?
Mm-hmm.
How on the water was it when you say on the water?
The entire building was over the water.
Did it have like a patio that would overlook the water?
No, like it's all on stilts.
Like the entire building is on the water.
So the feasibility exists that if you wanted to do something that may or may not get you booted out, you could probably do a little catfishing of an evening time. When
there's no signs that say not to. So I don't know. But definitely, I mean, you were over the water. Now, the one problem I did have, I guess you could call it a problem, is that the decks or the balconies out back have no privacy from the bungalows next to them. There's no divider.
There's no dividers, none whatsoever.
So I wouldn't be putting a light on out there. I'd have no light up bobbers is what you're saying. I know jingle bells on the end of my fishing pole.
I'm actually surprised because what they normally should do is have like maybe some Polynesian fabric covering the two sides to provide some sort of like privacy.
Anything. On the deck they did have
there's like bamboo screens would have been nice.
Anything. But it's fine. I mean, there's private deck chairs. There's a table out there you can eat your breakfast at. There's a knob on the wall where you can turn it on and it plays Polynesian music over and over. I mean, just plays Polynesian music.
I like that.
And then during the fireworks, you pipe the music directly onto the deck out of the speakers for the fireworks.
Damn,
that must be awesome.
That's fantastic. That's phenomenal.
Incredible. You know, you get an oven, stove, huge refrigerator, ice maker. We brought all of our own liquor, huge dining table, 2 chairs, the couch, the pull-out couch, huge TVs. Now, the master, both bathrooms, now, you're used to going to Disney and getting, lotion, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, maybe a bar of soap. Mm-hmm. These bathrooms had copper tone sunscreen, aloe, shaving kits, teeth brushing kits, 2 little tiny extra moisturizing creams, conditioner, shampoo, bars of soap. I mean, there was 15 items on the counter when you walk into the bathroom.
It was an apothecary.
I was just going to say, so this is not going to get the bolted into the wall soap dispenser.
No. I dare say the majority of the clientele that are frequenting these bungalows are probably bringing most of their own stuff.
I don't want to say the guest bathroom, but the bathroom that's in the hallway that the non-master and the other guests have to share is just a regular shower. Now, it's the toilet and the shower in 2 different rooms. Regular shower. Now, the master, stand-up glass shower, huge jacuzzi tub, TV in the mirror.
Yep.
Like the Grand Floridian has.
Like the Grand.
The Grand Floridian DVC has that.
Mm-hmm.
TV in the mirror.
The Copper Creeks have that as well.
Craziness.
It is.
You can make that for $80.
Now, the one thing that's pretty loud about the bungalows is they have to have a pump underneath these buildings because there's obviously not plumbing. I mean, there's plumbing out there, but, you know, they got to get all that wastewater and everything from. So every hour, 2 hours, depending on how much you flush the toilet, it goes, and it sends everything from this tank underneath your bungalow to the sewer, you know? So that's kind of fucking terrifying sometimes.
Boy, you just have an issue with toilets.
And noise.
It's
Toilet
just
noise.
so
He's
loud.
not a fan.
It's just so loud.
No toilet noises for Trenton.
But you know what? You know what? We didn't hear the fairy horn as much as we did when we stayed in fucking Maria. I mean, it's like, I don't know if this is more well insulated or...
Which bungalow were you in? Were you closer?
Right in the middle. Number 15.
Okay. Because depending on where you're staying in Morea, that's actually closer to the ferry.
Yeah, Morea is probably closer to the ferry than you were.
I don't know, man, but we didn't hear it pretty much at all. I mean, a couple times if we had the door open or something.
Also, I bet you the windows and the glass doors are probably like double insulated and soundproof.
Yeah.
And they got complaints about it, so I'm sure they fixed that for those kind of rooms.
I'm sure.
So, you know, me and Stephanie took the pull-out couch. This was the most comfortable pull-out couch bed I've ever... I mean, it just felt like a regular bed. Like, you couldn't even tell. I mean, it was very nice. Even when you pull it out, it says, specially made for Disney. Like, they say Disney.
I gotta say, over the last couple of years, since we've been bringing Ethan down, he normally sleeps on the pull-out couch wherever we stay, at the Boardwalk or at Art of Animation. It's really damn comfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I was kind of worried my back was going to be hurting. No issue.
It's a much, like, when you think of, like, pull-out couch, you're thinking, like, the 1980s one where the mattress is maybe, like 3 inches thick?
Yeah.
These are, like, good 8 to 10-inch mattresses.
Yeah, it's a hardy couch bed.
It is.
For sure.
It doesn't say spraying when you open it up.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
or you have that bar in the middle.
Yeah,
right,
no,
that's what I was
Where
worried
hip
about.
and waist is.
Yep.
That,
Yeah.
screws you up for days.
Yeah,
That's
none of
what I was
that.
worried
None
about,
of that. They really have done well upgrading all of the pull-out couch beds.
So, I mean, the room is absolutely incredible. I mean, it was, like I said, the little dip pool on the deck. There's chairs out there. It's second to none.
Now, what
do you guys
is
have any
what is the square footage ratio from the kiddie pool to the dip pool to the Polynesian shower?
I think it's a little bigger. A little bit bigger.
You could fit the shower in the pool,
Probably.
so you added an extra body to the shower.
But did you guys have any questions about the room? Or, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be leaving anything out.
I definitely got some questions about the room. How's the layout? Like, what is it? Is it very open? Is it spacious?
Walk in, master to the right, other bedroom to the left, long hallway, then it opens up. The living room, dining area, kitchen are all kind of one big area. TV over there on the left, big seating area. It's big. I mean, I would say it's a good 2-bedroom apartment size.
So probably like 1,500 square feet.
No. Maybe 1,000,
Okay.
900. Yeah, it's pretty big.
So that's about the size of my first apartment here in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, this bungalow is definitely bigger than some people's apartments for sure.
Wow.
And it's got vaulted ceilings too, so it feels bigger.
Now, what's the decor like? Is it overly Polynesian or is it just like subtle?
pretty much the same decor that's in the regular Polynesian rooms, I would say. Not like anything overly floral or anything. I mean, it was tasteful. Dark woods, stuff like that. There was definitely more decorations, like, you know, like more modern. You can tell like a designer came in and they're like, let's put these fancy wooden boxes on top of the cabinets and this statue over here.
And everything's color coordinated.
Seriously, I mean, that's very much how it was. But it was tasteful. It was very nice. I mean, it was, I liked it.
Now, kitchen came with a full kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the kitchen like? Because I know you're a chef. You're classically trained.
It's not somewhere that I would want to cook, probably. I mean, it's got a little convection oven, it's got a microwave, it's got a glass stovetop, but you're staying at a bungalow. You're not cooking.
That's true.
Well, have you stayed in a grand villa?
Nope.
Like, is the kitchen... Oh, okay. Because I was just curious if the kitchen is comparable to something that you would find there.
James said the grand villa is larger than this.
Well, the grand villa has, what, 3 bedrooms?
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just curious about the kitchen area, though. Because one of the bedrooms is almost like a lock-off one-bedroom suite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, unfortunately. I've never stayed in... I've only stayed in a... I stayed in a 2-bedroom villa at Bay Lake, and the kitchen is comparable to that. I liked the kitchen at the Bay Lake one better because it wasn't a galley.
So this was a galley-style kitchen?
Yeah, just all on one side of the room, yeah. And it had a big, like, 9-10 person oval table, like a dining table.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So.
I mean, it looks beautiful. I mean, we've all seen pictures of it. We saw you guys go live, and Sydney describe the room, especially the refrigerator.
Yeah, that was a serious refrigerator.
That's a Sub-Zero fridge, too.
Yeah, it's a nice refrigerator. It's a nice, expensive refrigerator.
Yeah, they didn't spare any expense with the appliances here.
No, and we figured out how to turn the ice maker on like the last day we were there.
That sounds right.
We'd been putting it in ice cube trays.
But no, the room looks absolutely splendid. Did you go out? You went on the balcony at night, obviously after the park was closed. What was that like?
Just taking in the view of the park at night?
Yeah.
It's definitely the best park view I've ever seen. I mean, I've stayed in Bay Lake, I've stayed in Park View, Poly, and just a regular building. It's uncomparable. I mean, you feel like Space Mountain is right there.
That's awesome.
And you got to see the water pageant, the electrical water pageant.
We got to see the water pageant. We could have seen the water pageant on the fireworks cruise as well, but we decided to go back to the room because we were so tired. They were gonna drive right in front of us, and we were like, nah, let's just go back to the room. Yeah, I mean, it drives right by the Poly, right there in the water.
That's so cool.
Now, I will say that the bungalows are very far away from everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking hike.
Yeah, that was my next question. So, how far, like, when you want to go catch a bus to go to Hollywood Studios?
We didn't take any buses, but if you wanted to take a bus,
well,
it would be.
Of course.
So, excuse me, Mr. Bougie. We won't do buses.
We cannot be seen with the plebeians.
It would probably be quicker to walk to the TTC.
Yeah.
From the bungalows.
That makes sense.
Because you can walk right there by Maria, and the TTC is just right there.
Now, do buses come to the TTC, or is it just the monorail?
I think buses come to the TTC.
For the other parks?
I'm pretty sure they have a bus station.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very convenient.
We ended up taking an Uber from there just because we were in a hurry. I think we took the monorail one time. We took the ferry more than we took the monorail.
Because it's closer.
Yeah, it's just a better ride too. You get fresh air. Does it smell like piss? Kind of stuff like that.
True. It doesn't smell like cattle.
And it feels quicker. The ferry's quicker. No matter what anyone says.
I would agree with that. I think the ferry probably is quicker.
So,
now
it's definitely very far away, though.
Now, did you hit up Trader Sam's while you're down there?
We did, and that was a fuzzy night too.
Of course it was.
Maybe this is why he was hoping he could find his receipts. Just, like little notes of what we did.
You never want to see the receipt from Trader
Not
Sam.
from fucking
Ask
Trader
Tim.
Sam's. I think I had a Krakatoa. I don't remember what Steph had. But we didn't get food there, I don't think. But that's the one thing I wanted from Trader Sam's was the food. But we had a great time. I mean, I remember it was. We had the servers were really, really, really into it that night, and you could tell everyone was having a lot of fun. But I think we were there. We were at Trader Sam's before it turned into exclusively adults, so there were some kids around. So it wasn't as crazy as it could have been.
That's kind of when we plan on going. When I go in November, what drink do you recommend that I get?
Have you had a Nautilus before?
I've never had anything there. I've never been there.
You have to have a Nautilus. And then the Krakatoa is my second favorite. The one that Brant had, what's the one, Adam, that the fire that they throw the fucking cinnamon into?
That's
Don't order that.
It's really not that good tasting of a drink.
It's bad.
I don't think I would like the cinnamon in it. I'm not a big
tastes
cinnamon
just
guy.
like cinnamon. It tastes like fucking cinnamon.
You see, I didn't have that because they didn't really dump it in. Like, they left a little bit in, like, the little wells that we can throw it in ourselves because we kind of asked them to.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, I mean, it's not a great drink. I would definitely do a Nautilus.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Tropical Dark and Stormy is one of my favorites. I know you would like that.
Oh, that's probably really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Krakatoa because it comes with the glow cube, too. But it's sweet. I mean, all the drinks here are really sweet, and you're not a sweet guy, so
I am.
That's why
I am when I'm on vacation. Like rum drinks, tropical drinks remind me of vacation, so I don't mind. Like Mai Tai, I love a Mai Tai.
Go with the Tropical Dark and Stormy.
yeah.
It's really good. It's not very sweet. It has the ginger beer in it. It's one of my favorite drinks there.
I'll have to try that one.
And then you can upgrade it to like the Category 5.
Yes.
That adds 151.
The shredded umbrella.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think you can go wrong here, though, Scott. If you like sweet drinks, if you don't mind them, and you like rum,
I like them when I'm on vacation. Like that to me, like I'm not gonna go make myself a rum-based drink at home unless I'm having a party, and we have Adam over in a Ducky inflatable, and then we'll make some rum-based drinks.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I know you don't know what I'm talking about because things got a little fuzzy.
I forgot Stephanie.
That was the night I drank. I couldn't really tell you what happened at the end of that party.
It got fuzzy. It got fuzzy.
Brant might have a menu from the Nomad Lounge. Just saying.
God damn it, you kleptos! You know
Just
what?
saying.
This is why we can't have nice things. We're gonna have no menus. I'm gonna go to Nomad Lounge and think about like, we are out of menus.
We're out of menus. Have you got a phone? It's on the Disney food blog. Look it up.
I might have a little soy sauce pot from Japan, the Tokyo Dining too.
Jesus.
Whatever.
No wonder the cast member at Christopher Robin's house didn't want you to take anything that wasn't nailed down.
No, Trader Sam's is always fun though, man. We had to hit it up because we didn't hit it in April. So, I think Jen had a rum flight that she really liked. But when you go, Scott, you have to get the food. I mean, the food is great.
I had the rum flight.
I think we're gonna go.
I did have the rum flight. I remember that. Because
I thought you had one of everything.
It feels like I probably did because I remember having the rum flight because it was outside. And they wouldn't let me take it inside, so I had to pour it into cups.
Yes, you did.
It was a hot mess. It was just like this whole thing.
Yeah,
Because I think you actually, Trenton, had to help me with that.
I did.
I think
Because I had to finish my beer flight before we could go inside too.
No heroes wear capes.
Brant and Cindy did end up getting a black pearl though,
I saw that.
and Chris Drossel recently got a black pearl too. Adam,
I am not talking to him anymore.
Yeah. Do you have one of those, Adam?
Not only did he save me... No, we don't have a black pearl.
I know.
Not fair.
I do intend on going to Trader Sam's at this in this next trip. We have my sister-in-law, so I think she'll like it. I honestly think Ethan's gonna like it a lot when we go during the daytime.
Yeah, I think you have to go before 8.
Yes,
I think it's
before 8.
He might... It's loud.
Well, if we, I figured if we go
Very.
around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock before.
No, I'm talking about the shows are loud.
Oh, I think he'll still like it. There's stuff that's going on. He'll enjoy it. Trenton, this trip, while brief, in the span of most people go to Disney for a week, sounded like a hell of a time.
It was, like I said, it was the busiest, relaxed trip I've ever had. It didn't feel like a short trip.
All 8 days, 4 nights of it.
Yeah. It didn't feel like a short trip at all, man. I'm going to be honest. It felt like we got in everything we wanted to do. And I don't think if you're somebody that this is your one trip for your whole lifetime, it would have been good for you. But being somebody that was just there in April, was going to be back in November, it was perfect. Rode the rides I wanted to ride, got to hit up some food and wine, got to see Toy Story Land. No complaints.
Now, give Toy Story Land a grade. If you're in school, what's it grading?
For me, or for what I think a 10-year-old kid would enjoy?
No, for you.
No, for you.
C+.
Okay.
And that's not really. I wouldn't really put Toy Story Mania in that rating, because we did do Toy Story Mania, but I don't really consider that part. I mean, it is part of it. The new entrance is really cool, but Swirling Saucer seemed like a cop-out. Andy's Lunchbox seems too small. The land itself seems too small. The shining star here is definitely Slinky Dog. Definitely worth doing. Way more intense than I thought. Great coaster.
You know what? I figured this was going to be what it was. Like, your review of it is spot on from what I think it's going to feel like. Slinky Dog and then a bunch of afterthoughts.
Pretty much. I mean, Slinky Dog is definitely right in the middle of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, they're like, oh shit, let's put a little swirly ride over here and gotta put some food and, Like they blew their wad on the coaster. I'm
just floored that they didn't think about having a sit-down restaurant there. Especially at Hollywood Studios, where there really isn't places to eat. I mean, Brown Derby, overpriced for most families. Hollywood and Vine, good but crowded. 50s, good, also pretty crowded.
Yeah,
after that, there's just
50s.
Nowhere else to eat. There's
Sci-fi.
nowhere else to eat.
Yeah, but when you really think about the
Sci-fi.
status of
Sci-fi is always crowded.
It is.
It's not
like,
good.
when you truly think about
It's fantastic.
Hollywood Studios, you're going to end up with more restaurant than attractions if you keep on opening up restaurants.
That's true.
right
They
now.
need more attractions.
Yeah, so, I mean, I kind of get why there's not a sit-down restaurant right now. Maybe later, but as for right now, you're going to end up... It's not Restaurant Row.
Yeah.
And I don't think that park will ever be someplace where I would have to go to eat.
Now, if you go to Toy Story Land, a funny little thing, if you ask cast members, if you point over to Star Wars Land and say what's going on over there, and they'll say, oh, Andy's got some new toys he started building, but he's not quite done yet.
Oh, nice.
Funny little touch.
You know what? That's a good touch.
Okay.
That's a good touch.
I have to ask my question now.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you get to see any of the Star Wars Land stuff? It's not an episode if it's not stars. And how does it look?
It's going to be fucking incredible. The amount of detail that you can even see just from Toy Story Land blows my fucking mind.
All right.
I can see that.
It's going to be absolutely insanity.
I think we're all going to just lose our proverbial shit.
Oh, yeah. But it's not something... As much as a big Star Wars fan as I am not fighting that crowd for probably the first 6 or 8 months it's open.
I agree. So Trenton, as we wrap up your trip report and we look forward to November, is there anything you regret not doing or regret doing?
I would have really liked to get up in time to have... I really like hitting Thunder Mountain. I know everyone doesn't think that's their
Oh, I love Thunder Mountain.
best ride or whatever.
Thunder Mountain.
I really like Thunder Mountain.
I love it.
I was disappointed the last few times when it was closed.
I love it. It was Andrew's real first roller coaster. She doesn't really do roller coasters. It was one of our first roller coasters we did together. So I love Thunder Mountain.
And I really wish I would have done more food and wine instead of taking that nap when Brant and Sydney went back on the couch. You know, you got to make yourself get up, but at the same time, it's a vacation, and I wanted to relax. I wanted to take a nap, so that's what I did.
That's what 5 hour energy's for.
Ugh.
Too much bourbon just cancels that shit out, man. Believe me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Trenton, thanks for doing the trip report. We really enjoyed hearing about the fuzziness, but most importantly, we really loved hearing about the bungalow. It's something that I know I've looked at the points, never going to happen. So thank you to C-Match for taking you, because that gives us the opportunity to talk about it. As we get through the next month, we're not going to have a big trip report of every single trip we do, but we will talk about the sheet up in November, because Adam, it's coming up.
Oh, it's literally right around the corner. It's giving me anxiety. I don't. It's just like I'm stressed out all the.
If you're going to be down there in November, this is the time to come. November, essentially, we're gonna call it November 1 through November 10. There's gonna be sheeters there for the first essentially 10 days in November.
Actually, people are going actually before that, so you can actually say Halloween on.
Yeah. October, I think October 26th is when the first sheeters arrive down there. Right. Some sheeters will be down there until all the way from October 26th to November 10th or 11th. So it is going to be an awesome time if you're a sheeter and you can make it down there. Get down there for the grade sheet up. That the real grade sheet up is happening essentially November 2nd through November 8th. 7th. November 7th. So November,
whatever the Tuesday is.
6th, 2 through the 6th of November. That's when the sheet hosts are going to be down there. We're going to be down in Disney World. Come find us, meet up with us. There's a lot going on. If you're a member of the Facebook group, Adam, we've got a Facebook special section for it.
The events page. You just got to click on the events.
Yes. So
and all the information is there. I also updated the sticky post on the regular Facebook as to the most updated events that are going on and
we're gonna have some fun times. We have Beer Garden planned. There's Whispering Canyon that's planned. If you are still looking to get involved with those, message one of us for waitlist, because they are waitlisted at this point. You may get an invite there.
There's one spot as of right now for both.
Okay, so if you want to get in on those, make sure you message Adam. He'll include you on the reservation so you can come down and dine with some of us over at Whispering Canyon, which is a fun time. Beer Garden, also a great time.
Yeah, you will be mad if you don't go.
Yes, you will be mad if you don't go.
You will be missing a fun time.
A lot of fun. Trent, thanks for the trip report. What was your best moment of it? As you give your closing remarks tonight, tell me your best moment of the trip.
All right, closing remarks to begin with. Once again, just as always, thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for caring about our opinions and listening to our stupid stories and keeping us doing what we enjoy to do. So I guess my favorite part was just getting to be in the parks with my friends. There's nothing. Going to Disney is great. Going to Disney with people that you care about and you love and you have a good time being around is a totally different level. And hopefully everyone that goes to Disney, they're going with people that they'll enjoy being with. But, my friends just happen to live halfway across the country, so anytime I get to see them, it's a little extra special, especially if we're in our favorite place.
Mikey.
Hi, Scott.
How's it going tonight?
It's okay. I'm a little jealous. Trenton went to Disney, and I didn't go to Disney yet. And everybody seems like they're in Disney right now, and I'm in a hot-ass garage.
Mikey, they may seem like they're in Disney, but what are we doing in under 2 weeks?
2 weeks, man.
In 17 days, I get to meet you and Tim and Cheryl Pavia from the group, Cheryl the Sheeter.
And some Doogmans.
And I've already met them.
I haven't.
That's yeah. You will be meeting them in about 16 days.
True.
So we'll be getting. I'll be flying to New York City.
New York City,
and it's gonna be boats and hoes for about 5 days.
Oh boy.
6 days, 5 lovely nights, or according to. Scott, it's 7 nights, 6 days. So
no, it's 10 days, 5 nights.
Is it bad that I didn't know where Bermuda was at?
Trenton, Bermuda is really tiny. You gotta seriously zoom in on any map to find Bermuda.
Well, like,
off the coast, and then you got to move around a whole lot until you get there. It's fucking no wonder everybody crashes there. It's like, where'd this island come from? It's not on my map.
Tiny
I mean,
island.
I was just talking to James on the trip, and I was like, we were looking at the map. I was like, where the fuck is Bermuda at down here? And he's like, it's not in the Caribbean. It's over
off the,
here.
It's off the coast of the Carolinas.
Yeah, I had no fucking idea.
It's not far from you.
It's apparently
can
not,
swim.
but I was fucking confused. I had no idea it was right there. So
Yeah, we'll be on a Disney cruise to Bermuda out of New York City in a little over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So I'd tell you guys, we'd go live, but nope, I ain't paying that bill.
Neither are we. So there's no way in hell.
If I can find some free Wi-Fi somewhere once we're ashore, I'll upload a pic or two.
Take plenty of videos and make sure you upload them when you get back, because we are all going to want to see the beauty that is Bermuda. And
Unless we end up in Canada because of another hurricane, but who knows?
Yes.
No, we're good.
Yeah, you should
tracking the
be all
storms.
good.
does that mean me and Sky get the show all to ourselves that week?
We do.
That is going to be an interesting week.
That's scary.
We're going to talk all about Star Wars.
Star Wars and Frozen every day.
Great. Mikey, please come home.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you can work in some Hamilton while you're at it there.
Oh God!
God,
Yes,
no.
I'll be glad to be.
Well, there is a Hamilton in Bermuda.
Yeah, we'll actually go there to pick up our little bitty electric cars.
Yes. I'm actually jealous. You guys are going to Bermuda. James Bond has a lot of filming locations in Bermuda, so very jealous for you guys.
Hate on, hate.
Yeah, look, big James Bond fan. You guys know that. Mikey,
Yeah.
the cruise is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time. Awesome.
Oh, I'm sure I will have a really good time. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Nothing new at the Meltdown, although I do believe Poor Tour badges
The VIP
are
Poor
on their
Tour?
way to me, so I can start putting them up for sales.
There we go. So check back to themagicalmeltdown.com soon. www.themagicalmeltdown.com. The VIP Poor Tours should be available soon. Make sure you place them as soon as you can, because November is coming up. And you will want to have your Poor Tour pass for November. And in the meantime, go over there and get our host with the most shirts.
Shirt hurts my head.
That shirt hurts your head?
Yes.
Why?
It's just because it's so fucking weird, and I'll just roll into my closing remarks with this. I never thought, my name on a shirt would be a thing. It's just something that kind of blows my mind. I never in a million years thought that I would be important in this way to a group of people.
Oh, I knew I would be.
He's got.
He's also very humble. He'll tell you all about it.
Sorry to interrupt you, Adam.
Well, I was born humble, but thankfully it wore off.
No, you're right, Adam, for sure.
It's a little Mark Twain riverboat.
So
there.
it just hurts my head. It blows my mind how like I've had a rough couple of weeks just in general, and you guys support me through all of it, and you guys on the group help me out through it as much as I'm not as active as I would like to be because of the job I have and everything. You guys are fucking awesome. We have the best listeners, so there's that, and we look forward to meeting y'all in November and meeting y'all in October and whenever else, and the races coming up, which is blowing my mind. We have a whole bunch of people running the races coming up. People have already started signing up for Star Wars, which will probably be a mini sheet up. It won't be as crazy as this one is, because I'll be honest with you, I'll be on a cruise when we're supposed to make dinner reservations. So
Yeah,
sorry
right.
about that.
Adam, check with the concierge. They may be able to help you with those.
I know. I was thinking about that.
Check with the concierge. They're very helpful. They will do you work. They will do you right.
Yeah, but I haven't even just thought about where I was going to eat.
Footnote to your previous comment, Adam. Only one of those shirts is sold, so.
well, let me tell you something. If any cheater wants to get recognized by us, buy that shirt for the sheet up in November. Awesome, Trenton. Trip report was fun. Sharing that through the Facebook, through the live streams, was a really, really cool experience. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for sharing the show or sharing the trip with us. Mikey, Adam, you guys are going to have a lot of fun on your cruise soon. I'm excited to hear when you get back. But from all of us here at Three Sheets to the Mouse, thank you for making our show part of your Disney life. Thank you for your time this time. And until next time, so long for just a while.
And thank you.